How's everybody doing tonight? I think we're going to start off tonight with the game between Cleveland and New York. I don't get it how on Sunday they can't beat Oklahoma without neither Jalen Williams and Chet Hom excuse me Shea Gilks Alexander. But then today they beat the hell out of the freaking Knicks, man. When everybody was playing, man, Jalen Bronson, Carl Towns, the original gangster. Anabato. Like, I don't get it. I don't get how the NBA. Sometimes I scratch my ass. I don't even have handles. I'm like, how does this league work? Honestly, man. So Cleveland puts a butt whooping on the Knicks. Carl Towns 14 points. The original gangster Anaboya only 5 points. Didn't have a good game. Josh Hart 10 points. Mikal Bridges 18 points. Jalen Brunson 20 points. So not really a good game, man. Mitchell Robinson 11 points. Not a Carl Towns with an average game. Jalen Brunson with an average game. Whatever. I don't know what happened, man. Dean Wade 11 points. Evan Mobley 12 points. Jared Allen 19 points, 10 rebounds. He had a good game. James Harden 20 points, and then Donovan Mitchell with 23. So nobody really had that great of a game, right? Like both Harden and Jalen Bronson were about 20 points, and then Mitchell led the way with everybody with 23. But I don't know, man. I mean, they had what 5-6 players with at least 10 points or more. Cleveland did. Like I said, Jared Allen had a really good night with 19 and 10. But yeah, man, Cleveland just had more energy tonight. They played better basketball and they won the game. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, nice little fun game, man. Let's move along. Next, what we want to talk about. I think what we want to talk about next. Wrestling, I guess. We talked about wrestling. Never mind. That was yesterday, Monday Night Raw. Yeah. I guess football is the next topic. Let's see what's going on in the world of football. I think the Falcons they expect to release Kirk Cousins as soon as free agency starts on March 11. The belief is they plan to release Kirk Cousins. So Kirk Cousins will be released. Let's see who picks him up, if anybody. But I was thinking they would want to keep him from insurance policy because of they don't know exactly when the next time Michael Penix is going to be able to play again. But I guess they're going to trade him. They might draft a quarterback or something. We'll see. But the plan is for them to release as soon as free agency starts. They plan to release Kirk Cousins. Next, the Eagles. Nick Sirianni's at the NFL Combine, and they asked him about the future of A.J. Brown, and he said he's not sure. He says, I don't know at this moment if he would be with the Philadelphia Eagles at the start of the season or not. So this is like the first time that Nick Sirianni kind of admits that there's a possibility at least that A.J. Brown could not be on the Eagles at the start of the season. We'll see what happens. But anytime you ask Howie Roseman, the general manager, he says, I don't trade Pro Bowlers. They're too hard to get. I'm not going to trade now that I have one. So we'll see. But Nick Sirianni, the head coach, admits that there's a possibility they could trade or do something with A.J. Brown here in the next few months. And then I think what else happened? Let me think. I guess this is, I don't know how many people care about this. The UFL made a few rules. They said that if you kick a field goal with it's 60 yards or more, it will be 4 points. So any field goal that is kicked 60 yards or more further will be worth 4 points. They also, I think they're going with the 1 foot catch rule like NCAA college football. So no longer do you need both, but only 1 foot in now for it to be a catch. Interesting to see how that works. And then the next one is they ban the tush push. The NFL has been trying to ban that for a while. As of right now, actually, the NFL has not had anyone file in paperwork for this offseason to try to ban it as of now. Like, I think the last few years, like right away around February, March, people were filing paperwork to have the tush push banned. But as of right now, people have said no one has even attempted to try to ban the tush push. but the UFL, the Spring Football League, has announced they are planning to ban it. So the UFL announcing a few rules. I think they're starting their season off like in March. I think it's called the UFL, the United Football League, I believe it's called. Owned by I think it's owned by the Rock and Dwayne Johnson but yeah, man. So they announced a few rules. I think it's in the Canadian Football League also 4 points, but I don't know if that's every kick or I don't know. But anything 60 or further will be 4 points now in the UFL. Let me think if there's anything else I can shoot the shit about here tonight. Basketball, I talked about the Knicks and Cleveland game. I don't think there's much news. Baseball, no, not much news. Wrestling, no. I mean, I think I went over Monday Night Raw last night. There's not a lot of stuff to talk about here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, hold on. There is some wrestling news. AJ Styles was asked how come not waiting till WrestleMania for your retirement match, and he said that because WrestleMania the last few years does not feel as special. He flat out said that, and that's why he decided not to wait until WrestleMania. He said, he thought, what better place to retire at the Royal Rumble, where I made my first appearance in the WWE 10 years ago. But he flat out said that the reason I didn't wait until WrestleMania was because, one, I got injured. I had a foot injury, and I was afraid I was going to get... I guess he said last year his match with... He said he rushed to get back from a foot injury, and he said the match wasn't even... He felt it wasn't even worth it. So he said, I don't want to run the risk of getting hurt again and then having to rush back. And, so he said, I'd rather just retire in Royal Rumble. But that was crazy he said that, man. That he just feels WrestleMania is not the same the last few years. It doesn't feel as a special of a show as it has the last 2 years, man. Crazy. What are the possibilities? He ends up in the AEW. I don't know. Edge kind of did something similar like this years ago with Sheamus on SmackDown, and they clapped after the match, and everybody was like, yeah, Edge is your final match. And then a few weeks later, he appeared on AEW. So what are the possibilities he could appear on AEW? He did the match with Gunther at the Royal Rumble. Then he does the farewell speech tonight in his hometown Atlanta. He leaves the gloves. He leaves his vest. He gets announced that he will be a part of the Hall of Fame. So my guess is that if he were to sign with AEW, it's probably not going to be until like the spring, summer. That's going to be super awkward. I think the Hall of Fame is like April something, 17, 18, I think it's the Hall of Fame. It's going to be super awkward if he goes to AEW and then has to go back for the Hall of Fame, right? So if he were to sign with AEW, it'd probably be somewhere until like May, right? Somewhere until then. No way he's at least going to wait until he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame before if he does make the decision to sign with AEW, right? There's no way he would. But we'll see what the future holds, ladies and gentlemen. With AJ Styles, is he really retired? I think he already said something about wanting to, a dream match would be like Penta, and I think he said some other guy, but I think was it Chad Gable. So we'll see what happens, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see what happens. But at least as of right now, AJ Styles is retired. And he is planned to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame here in a few months, along with Stephanie McMahon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go ahead and call it a night here tonight on a Tuesday. All right, guys. Are you entertained? I'm not going to say it tonight. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, I'm out like a light. I slept through the flight. Have a good night, everybody. I will see all of you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. I'm out like a light. Out like a light, slept through the flight. Stop hiding at me. Oh, by the way, they made a vertical shit. Oh man, I gotta figure that out. Where now you can stream vertical. But I'll try that tomorrow. Anyway, they added some new stuff to the settings. I gotta look at them. Anyways, holla at your boy. Holla, 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 holla. Have a good night, everybody. Holla.